Neat. Brad Neat and Brady Smith at the back of the pack, and Brady Smith is off the pace. Well, second place car chose inside, Dave. That throws EPJ outside, Covert low and Richards high. Still plenty of racing to go. 71 remain. Lot can happen, but Lanigan, the class of the field right now. We'll see if Berkey or anybody else can get him.
Delaware restart is definitely an advantage for your leader. It leaves Burkhofer and Pearson to battle for second. Here comes Richards to the outside of Covert as they head down in the backstretch into turn 3. Richards on the high side. Looks like he's going to take the 4th spot away as they come out of turn 4. He'll complete the pass at the stripe.
Jimmy Mars on the move. Made his pass of Chris Smoky Madden in turn number 3 and made it stick. He'll set his sights on 5th place Jason Covert. The Iceman cometh. But talk about Chubzilla. He continues to move up through the field, working on the Colonel in 4.
Let me tell you something. Mars is on a mission because 6th place started 20th. And he is coming, folks. He is coming.
Yeah, and he's not done yet. He's working on Covert right now. Chubb Frank started in the 24th spot. He has worked his way up to 11th. So a lot taking shape here on the Speedway. Drivers at the back are making their way forward.
Good battle for that 5th spot, and it looks like Mars is going to take it in turn 2 away from Jason Covert as they head down the backstretch. Now, the one thing I have noticed, Rick, Lanigan not pulling away from Burkhofer this time.
No, it's not as easy looking as it was, but we'll see how this all shakes out. Because Berkey keeping him in his sights. Could Pearson be playing possum right now as well?
At this point in the game, you got to decide, do I want to stay where I am? Do I want to push the envelope? Do I want to use my tires up? You know, do I want to save it for 20 laps to go? That's when it's going to be important.
You don't have to lead every lap, Dave. You have to lead the last lap. That's the one that pays the bucks. And right now, Darrell Lanigan is 65 laps away from pay dirt. A long way to go. No doubt about it. The field 3/4 of the way around VMS.
Another car that is starting to make a move back to the front. Chris Smoky Madden, he is trying to get that 6th spot away from Jason Covert. Made a tad of a mistake over in turn 1. Almost cost him a spot to Tim McCready. McCready right there. Again, anyone in this top 10 has a shot at the win. Again, we haven't even made it to halfway yet, Rick.
Yeah, it's still, I got a feeling, Dave, if we see another caution come out here, you're going to see more drivers come in and change their choice of rubber compounds. Those drivers that are maybe 13th, 14th on back will say, you know what, we might have a shot at getting a top 10, maybe a top 5, possibly winning this thing. New tires against old tires. We'll just have to wait and see if that takes place. But right now, Lanigan, again, is already within touch of the back markers.
Lanigan, Burkhofer about 5 car lengths back. Then you got to go about 10 to Earl Pearson Jr. Great battle for 4, Josh Richards and Jimmy Mars. As Mars keeps dogging Richards through the corners, looking for a way around the youngster.
Showing the way. Will cross lap 40 this time when he comes out of 4 and reaches the flag stand. So there it is, 40 in the books. Lanigan the leader, Berkey 2nd, Pearson 3rd, Richards 4th, Mars 5th. It's Covert in 6th, Madden 7th, McCready 8th, Shaver 9th, Francis your top 10. Full field rundown at the halfway point. Jimmy Owen's been kind of quiet, but with 60 to go, plenty of time to make noise. Just got around the 25 of Shane Clem. Picked up the number 12 spot. Now sets his sights on Dale McDowell. And problems on Darrell Hills. Oh, the bad luck continues.
Jimmy Owens keeps picking him off. He's working on Dale McDowell now. That is for the 11th spot. And again, a lot of laps left, 42 in.
And here comes Berkey. He's closed in on Lanigan down to 2 car lengths. Brian Burkhofer flexing a little muscle. Earl Pearson Jr. closing the gap. It ain't over, baby.
Not by a long shot. Berkey right on the back deck of Lanigan as they entered turn 2 down the back stretch. Lanigan will get about a car length and a half as they go into 3 and 4. Here comes Pearson. He's closing in on both of them.
I wonder if maybe Lanigan's tires maybe just going away a little bit, or is he saving something for the end? Well, we're just going to have to sit and watch and enjoy and find out. It'll be 45 in when they cross the line. Burkhofer down to a car length and a half. Pearson 3 behind Berkey. They come to the line at lap 45, and it's no more a cakewalk for Darrell Lanigan. It's Richards to the inside of Rick Eckert. Josh Richards 4th. Mars from 20th to 5th.
Lanigan had a little bit of problem getting around Brent Robinson as he tried to stay the last car on the lead lap. Here comes Burkhofer. He'll get around Robinson finally. Now Pearson will have to deal with him as he tries to keep pace with the front 2. The top 3 cars have pulled away a little bit from Josh Richards, who still has to deal with Jimmy Mars.
And Brent Robinson's going to retire on lap 46. So he is your latest casualty. As Darrell Lanigan, Brian Burkhofer now see the rear deck lids of both Russ King and Brad Neat. Russ King taking that provisional starting spot, started 27th, has managed 23rd right now, but gaining those valuable points.
Brad Neat, Russell King, battling right in front of the leaders. Again, about a car length and a half. Berkey closes it up into turn 3. Pearson, Richards, Mars, your top 5. 6th going to go to Covert. 7th currently is Chris Madden.
We're going to see the halfway point this time around for Lanigan. Lanigan and Burkhofer down the back stretch and into turn number 3. 50 laps go in the books. 50 laps to go. At 50, it's Darrell Lanigan, Brian Burkhofer 2nd, Earl Pearson Jr. 3rd, Josh Richards 4th, Jimmy Mars 5th, Jason Covert is 6th, Chris Madden 7th, Tim McCready is 8th, Steve Shaver 9th, Jimmy Owens 10th, Steve Francis 11th, Dale McDowell 12th, Shane Clanton 13th, Chubb Frank 14th, Dan Schleifer 15th, Austin Hubbard 16th, Vic Coffey 17th, Jonathan Davenport 18th, Clint Smith 19th, Bud McCool 20th. 21st, Tim Fuller. 22nd, Russ King. 23rd, Brad Neat. 24th, Rick Eckert out of the event at 25th. Brent Robinson also out. Darrell Hills at 26. Brady Smith, 27.
Your leader is still Darrell Lanigan. Working heavy traffic. Brad Neat just ahead of him. Brian Burkhofer right on his back bumper. Earl Pearson about 7 car lengths back and closing. Josh Richards now starting to make a move and close in on the top 3.
Hey, you got to think that both Richards and Mars are going to catch this lead trio. They're going to be in heavy traffic if we stay green. It's going to give those guys a shot at the big pot of gold at the end of this 100 laps. It's all a matter of choice right now as far as where to take that car on the racetrack with a slower car in front of you and a hot shoe beaten down.
As I thought, some of the guys are starting to try to find the moisture down in the bottom groove. Some guys are working the cushion. Lanigan and Burkhofer again in heavy traffic. They still have yet to get past Brad Neat.
And it's going to be hard because he's racing with Russell King for position. Those 2 drivers, 22nd and 23rd. Burkhofer has a choice to make. Pearson now breathing down his neck. Not too far away is Josh Richards and Jimmy Mars. Could be anybody's race here at this point right now because the lap traffic is playing a little bit of a role. I like butter on mine.
So do I. Great race so far. And just over halfway, 56 laps in the book of 100. Lanigan, his best lap so far, 18:7:33. The track has slowed down just like the drivers want it.
That gives them a chance to make moves, pass, run high, run low, run where they feel most comfortable. And I'll tell you, Lanigan may be content to ride around Brad Neat right now in his tire tracks because Berkey has not shown his nose low or high to the leader.